Hi YouTube, this is Ronnie Rab and I'm coming to you from Southern California. Last time I posted a video, I was in Northern California at my in-laws house, and my first video was 5 months ago. Um, there's been a lot of stuff that's happened since then, and I will start pretty much where the last video kind of left off. I was pregnant. I was due within the week, and I ended up having my baby on January 13th, so 2 days after I posted that video, I had my baby. He is beautiful. He's now 5 months, so he's pretty big. I started going to the doctor to begin the process of having weight loss surgery. I took 3 classes in the weight loss surgery program that Kaiser asks everyone to go through, and my doctor felt that it was too soon. I was still breastfeeding when I was going through that program, and so he felt that it was too soon and I had too much going on. I was still really emotional and whatnot, so I ended up stopping and waited a few months. So then I stopped breastfeeding my son about a month ago, I think. Maybe a month and a half by now. I'm not really keeping track. I stopped breastfeeding. I just wasn't producing enough milk. I was taking fenugreek like there was no tomorrow, and I still wasn't producing very much, so I kind of gave up a little bit. It was hard. He's doing really good though, and so I decided to talk to my surgeon again and try and get back into the bariatric weight loss program. I saw the doctor again, and he did let me restart, and I took my 4th class today, and it's been really good. I did gain 30 pounds in the 2 months that I stopped going to the program. So as soon as I stopped breastfeeding completely, I started gaining weight like nobody's business. And I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really watching what I was eating. I was actually very down about not being able to continue on the program, so it had a little bit to do with that. And I'm kind of revamped now because I started the program again. I got a fresh new green binder from Kaiser Permanente Bariatric Options Program. It's a 12-week program. I started it 4 weeks ago, and my graduation date is August 12th. So I'm really, really excited. I have dropped, I believe, 4 pounds I dropped, but I gained a pound back, so but I'm still down a couple pounds from when I started. I started at 259 pounds, and I'm 5'5". Just a quick recap, I have 4 kids, the last 3 of which I kind of had back to back, which was not planned, but I love my babies and they are completely worth it. I've been married going on 5 years to my husband Paul, and you might see him in a video at some point. We live in Southern California. We moved down a year ago, and we're both going to school. I am praying that someday I will be able to call myself a physician's assistant. I want to go to Loma Linda University. I want to be healthier and be more mobile for my kids because I can't really keep up with them very well. And I'm falling apart. I had surgery on my right shoulder and right knee a year ago, January and February, respectively. And I will most likely be having shoulder surgery on my left shoulder sometime this year as well. Hoping and praying that shoulder surgery and the VSG will happen around the same time so I can recover all at once and not be, bedbound or sickly for very long. So, what else? Apologize, I'm all over the place. It's like 1 in the morning or something crazy. I don't know. Okay, so options. I'm on the 4th of 12 sessions, and every session they give you one of these booklets. Let me flip this over. This is my last booklet, and just on the corner I write a couple of things. The person that the provider of the class and my weight, because we do get weighed in that first thing in the morning when we go, we get weighed in. And I gained 1 pound this past week, so that wasn't, I was down 3.7 last week and I gained 1.1 this week, so I was not very happy with myself. But at the end of each of these booklets, it has this little thing. It's called the Personal Action Plan. Let's see here. There you go. And you just make a commitment to do something better. And so, since I did decide a long time ago to vlog this journey, I'm kind of trying to get myself out of the hole that I've been in, my little depressive thing. So I'm trying to do better, and this is one thing that hopefully you'll see an improvement. One of the things where you guys can keep me accountable. So ask me about it. If there's anybody even watching this, I don't think anybody's going to watch it. It's probably just going to be for my purpose, because yeah, I have a boring life. Anyway, so my action plan for this week is to have breakfast by 9 a.m. every day. Well, at least 4 days a week would be a goal. That's what I'm shooting for, 4 days a week. Even if it's just a protein shake, but by 9 a.m. because I'm constantly running out the door without my vitamins and without anything to eat. And that's not good. So it's one of the things that they mentioned today in class is that you need to eat breakfast every day. It's one of those things that after you have the surgery, it's very important. So that is my action plan for this week. And previous weeks, I think I was aiming too high, too big, too many things all at once. So I'm going to try and do better at narrowing down one thing and really focusing on that so that I can build on that skill the following week and really make a difference in the way that I live my life and the way that I carry myself. So for now, breakfast every day by 9 a.m. That's one thing for this week. Sorry, I keep looking up and down. It's just kind of weird looking at myself. So the other thing, let me go back to the beginning here. They gave us the table of contents, so it's 12 sessions, and I have the date for each session. I don't expect to miss any of them. But if I do, I can make it up later, which shouldn't be that big a problem. We've gone over introduction to the program and goals. Second session was about the actual surgical and medical information, the surgery options, which are the Roux-en-Y, the lap band, which they're not really doing that much anymore. They're taking more out than they are putting in, which I kind of expected that to happen throughout my research, and just knowing about what the lap band is. I think it's too much going, excuse me, apologies, too much going in and messing with it all. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Too much messing with this band. And, you know, I had thought about it when I first started researching. I had a friend that got it done, and she seemed to be doing really great. I don't know if she still has it. It's been several years. I'm not sure if she still has it or not, or how it's been going. I don't really, I'm not a social person, I guess. Now that I have kids, nobody wants to hang out with me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just boring. But let me pause this for a second. Well, I'm trying to do laundry at the same time, and I'm hearing the laundry thing, the dryer making noises. Okay, so really quick. Session 3 was, oh wait, session 2. So the surgical and medical stuff. We got cleared for, when I say we, I mean the class, to do tests. And the tests, that was fun. H. pylori is one of them. So you get this little kit, and you have to scoop your poop. That was fun. And then take it back, of course. So we did the H. pylori, and then the blood and EKG and the chest X-ray, which they're super quick. At the Kaiser and Fontana, they have everything right there. I mean, you don't have to make an appointment. You can just go there. So that was pretty nice. I did it, I believe I did it all in one day. The blood test I had to go back for because there was a ridiculous line. By the time I went, it was still too early. But in the evenings, it's like nobody's there. So I ended up going the following day, I think, later in the evening. So we got that done, and my vitamin D, D1, no, D, D2, and D3 are just they're kind of borderline low, I would think. I've been taking B12 and D. These are sublingual. They're red, so they make my mouth red, which I think is kind of funny. But they're sublingual, and they're high dose. Just because my D has been low for quite a while, and I prefer the sublingual. I always have to take a bunch of stuff, but once I finish all the vitamins that I have at home right now, I want to get the patches that I saw on Bariatric Power, which I think would be really cool. I think I'm going to start with the glucosamine chondroitin because I need some help with my joints. They also, on the first class, they actually gave us samples of vitamins, which are perfect for after the surgery because you can't swallow anything immediately, something like that. So those tasted pretty good, actually. Bariatric Advantage and Celebrate vitamins, they're specifically tailored for bariatric patients, so that's perfect. What else did we go over? Oh yeah, the support group. I am scheduled to go to the support group that Kaiser has, but it's not going to be until the 10th of August, I believe. Oh no, actually I didn't schedule it because they only meet during the morning hours, and I will probably be in school, so I didn't schedule that. So I'm going to try and go to this other one in San Bernardino that meets on Wednesday nights. I should have gone this week, but I kind of forgot that it was there. Even though I had it on my calendar, I need to call ahead of time. I think that's why I didn't go. I forgot to call ahead of time. Anyway, so that was up to the second session. Third session is getting your personal why, reasons why we eat and that kind of stuff. That was, I already knew how I am. I knew I am an emotional eater, And so I decided to take, I decided to try and keep from eating when I am, it's a hard thing to do. Not eat when I just want to bury things, because that's how I bury things. I eat. Or I'm bored. Case in point, yeah, I had that earlier because I was bored. Not good. I really, it'd be so much easier if I had my own place, because then I wouldn't have all the access to my mother's junk food too, because my mom got me on those little ice creams. They taste ridiculous good. Tons of calories though, and of course you can't stop at the actual serving size. That is a weakness of mine. I am a sugarholic, big time sugarholic. So that's a huge thing I need to work on. I actually switched from soda. I was drinking tons of soda since I moved here, because we didn't buy soda before I moved to my mother's house, and I was drinking like 3, 4, 5 sodas a night. It wasn't like during the day. Most of the time it was at night when I was bored, or for no good reason really. I would just want the bubble. When I'm sick, I like the bubble, the carbonation. So I ended up getting sparkling water, which some sparkling waters taste really, really good, and some don't taste very good at all. So the ice, something or others, and I got some at Costco. Costco had a really good deal, so I got a bunch at Costco, and they're 0 calories, so it's kind of low. So I'm trying to use those to supplement all the soda that I was drinking. I believe that helped me lose a couple pounds, because soda is it's super expensive when it comes to calories. What else? So my why, I want to be around for my kids. I want to be healthier, because there's a lot of little things that I think smaller people take for granted, and I guess I'm starting to realize more of those things. Stress, man, I am stressed out all the time. I've got injuries that keep me in pain all the time. My weight does not help my knee injury, of course. So, constantly stressed over one thing or another, whether it's physically or mentally. I'm stressed, and I'm trying to handle my stress a little better. Of course, everybody needs help with stress, so I'm actually taking a stress management class through Kaiser also. Love Kaiser. They have so many options, so much great stuff, and it's free for members, so it's really nice to have that. So I'm taking that stress management class, and it's actually 4 weeks, and I start, I think, in July. Sometime in July I start, I think. So I scheduled that today. What else? This thing is counting down for some reason, so I've got like 2 minutes left. The 4th session was Friday, today, Friday, 6/17/2016. It was the first part of food plan overview pre-surgery. I felt like a lot of it was really just review for me. I know what I should be doing, but I'm not doing it. This was a little bit more detail. I've had this information fed to me before. I just never, I never follow it for very long. It's tedious to plan your meals and to prepare them just for myself when I have 5 others that depend on me to cook for them and whatnot. So I'm going to try and pre-prep things for the whole family. And the other thing too is that my 2 and 3-year-old, I don't give them meat. They started eating cheese. probably a year ago, I started giving my 3-year-old, he was 2 probably at the time, dairy products, but not dairy milk, but like cheese, because my husband was like, it was so sad, he needs to try real pizza, whatever. So they're both vegetarian. My 10-year-old obviously eats whatever he wants, and the baby doesn't eat yet, so yeah. I think I may have to make a part 2 to this, so let me pause and I'll be back.